Okay guys, quite a lot to discuss at this very beginning here. I had a capture failing yesterday at the end of the session. What is going to be missing from this playthrough is after we talked to the guy in that room just up there, the head, he told us to go and kill a griffin. And to do so we had to go and investigate the herbalist, which we'd already done inadvertently. And we also had to investigate the hunter guy. And with him we killed some dogs. We went to find the nest of the griffin, and we found a dead griffin and a dead nest. And it pretty much looks like the soldiers went in to slay the beast while it was sleeping, and what has happened is they've pissed off the male, because the male and a female partner off when they're young, and they stay together. They're bonded for life kind of thing. So it's not quite as transparent as it was before. The reason this is getting revenge is for a good reason, and we're still being hired to kill it. So we went to Vesemir, we set up the trap, and we started fighting the griffin. The griffin gets to about a quarter life left and it runs away. It flies off across a field, it lands near the windmill that we found yesterday, and then I went up to try and fight it. I was at pretty much full life at that point, and the fight was going really well, and it killed me. It killed me in about 2 or 3 hits. Wasn't best pleased because they were kind of bullshit hits, but the capture failed, guys, because that was the end of the session, and when I checked, it had just not gone through. So we've lost that, but the good news is I've gone back on a save, and the earliest save that I have is from the nest where we'd already done all the investigation. So instead of starting there, all that needs to be done here is to go to Vesemir and set the trap. So the boss fight's going to be intact and we're going to get to fight him, but just not the way that we would have done if it had gone okay. So apologies folks, but there's nothing I can do about this kind of stuff. It's very rare, and in a game such as this, because I'm saving quite a lot and I'm saving over different slots, I just didn't have anything further back. So the good news is, last night when I played a little bit, all I did was play Gwent with that guy in the pub and realised that you can't play with anybody else, it seems, at this moment in time, which is kind of... This guy's pissing me off, dude. All I can hear is him speaking Russian or whatever the fuck that Nilfgaard language is. But played a lot of Gwent and picked some berries and what have you, and bought something off the herbalist so that I could make one of the bombs that actually does damage. So we're going to look right now in our bestiary over here, or bestiary, I don't actually know if that's right. We're going to go to this creature. What is an ogroid? Oh, one of the neckers that I killed. So neckers exist in this game, I found one. It killed me in 1 hit. Awesome. So there you go. This guy is vulnerable to grape shots, which are the bombs that do damage. He's vulnerable to hybrid oil, which we don't have, and he's vulnerable to ARD. So those are the things that you want to use against him to get your best advantage. But another thing you want to do as well is, this place where we are here has 2 buffs that we're going to pick up now. The first one is over here. It's the buff to our attacks for 15 minutes. The second one is this on our map over here. This is going to buff our armour. And what we're going to do, do you see on the minimap the green post? We're going to get both buffs. We're going to warp to Vesemir. We're going to start this fight with the most advantages that we can have. If you look at my items, I already have the grape shots equipped. I have apparently swallow potions, which I don't think we're going to need. What we want there is something that gives us some vitality quite quickly. I'm all fingers and thumbs here, folks, so bear with me. Interesting. That looks like the same thing that guy is weak to picture-wise, but that's spectre oil instead of the oil that hurts the one we want. So what do we have here? That actually might be the right one. It is. Interesting. So swallow is the one that gives us life regen. Cool. So everything is equipped there that looks right. We've got our weapons on, we've got our equipment on. So let's see how this goes. So hit this, it's going to do a little black screen. You'll notice we've got 15 minutes of enhanced armour. Then we hit this. No, not this, sorry. This one. That is enhanced weapons. And then we go and we fight. And hopefully we've got full life as well, which is nice. I've been playing most of this game with like 1/10 of my life, which has made it quite tricky, but my mantra is always the same. Learn not to get hit rather than how to spam items, which has something that some people will never understand, and I'm at the point where I'm just not even going to bother explaining it to them because they obviously don't understand it, and there's it's an ignorance on their part, and there's nothing wrong with that as long as they don't start making statements that are blatantly wrong. Because I really hate it when people push opinion as fact when it's not. It just seems really ignorant to me. Unless it's a joke, and then if it's a joke it's perfectly fine, but these people never joke. So Vesemir is here.
Yes? What is it, Wolf?
Got good news and bad news. Good news first. Captain of a Nilfgaardian garrison knows where Yennefer went.
And the bad's that we have to kill the Griffin for him. What else could he want from two witches? Go on. Tell me what you know.
Griffin's abandoned its lair. Gotta make a lure, set a trap.
And how's that going?
Got the buckthorn.
Ought to work like a charm. Powerful scent.
More like stench.
City boy. Rotting meat, manure, piss. Standard smells of the countryside. Remember Tredegor? Hunting that Zoogle in the trash heap? You spent half the next day bathing, scrubbing yourself.
How can I forget? You ever gonna stop bringing that up? Learned some things. It's a male, had its nest in the Vulpine Woods. The Nilfgaardians burned the woods down, killed its mate, smashed their eggs. Thought they'd fixed things.
It's always the same. Instead of sending for a professional, they try to do it themselves, only end up making matters worse. Fine. If everything's ready, say the word and we'll get to work.
I'm ready. No point in waiting. Let's find a good spot to ambush it.
Picked one out already, other side of the stream. There's fields and a grove. Plenty of room and far enough so no one will get in our way.
Good. Meet you there.
So basically he just paraphrased, well, I paraphrased what he just said by explaining, what you'd missed. So now it wants you to craft a potion that's also going to give us a third damage bonus. So we're going to move into this fight coming up with 3 bonuses, which is pretty good if you ask me. I don't know how good it is in the grand scheme of this, but there we go. Raises attack power. This is going to be a potion that I use a lot. I just did that by accident. Because I was pressing A to get the instruction off the screen, and it didn't work that way at all. It's very hand-holdy. So there are the potions. We're going to pop that over our consumable, because hopefully we won't need it. Well, that's the plan at least. Now that we've done that, we're going to move over to Vesemir and we're going to make a save. So you'll notice he's jogging that way. We're going to go this way, because we're badass like that. And the fight's going to trigger when we approach him. So you have see, hey. So you have plenty of time to get set up. This guy runs really fast, surprisingly fast. So, what button is that? That's down. I'm going to press down. There's the buff. I'm going to get as close to this guy as we can. There's that, and now we're going to save. There's our save, and here we go.
A stream, amber waves of grain. Charming place. Perfect for an ambush.
I know how to choose them. So, ready?
Let's start. Wind's good. Bait's scent will spread quickly.
Now all we have to do is wait. Come on. We can cower in the shade of those birches.
So tell me, once we find Yennefer, what'll you do? Got your eye on a contract?
No. I'll go to Kaer Morhen.
Little early to settle in for the winter.
Snows are a way off, yes. And that's what worries me. Nilfgaard's crossed the Pontar in the east. Puts them maybe a week's march from Kaer Morhen. If they reach the valley before snows can cover the passes, well, we need to cover our tracks, hide our paths. Speaking of winter and wintering, think you'll come this year?
Maybe. Might bring a guest.
It's closed.
Let's go give it a warm welcome.
Wait, take this.
A crossbow.
Won it in a card game while you ran around. Might come in handy.
A witcher with a crossbow? We breaking with tradition?
Stop talking. Got a griffin to kill.
Okay.
It's about to die.
Crossbow 1. Uh-oh. That was not a good shot. That was bad. Right. I want to try throwing a bomb at him. Grape shot. Oh, interesting. It stunned him. I do not want to go front on. Front on is a bad place to be against this creature. We want to get behind as best we can. Like this. Ooh, it is fast. But did you notice how it stunned me before it attacked? Which essentially signposted exactly what it was going to do. Shit. Use the right analog to aim. Shocker, I know. I was trying to use the left analog, that's why I ended up getting myself injured just then. So this is when he runs away, which means we're coming up on like midway through the fight. Interesting, I didn't use my potion. Shit, that's the wrong potion. You'll have to bear with me, folks. I'm not even going to go into it, but suffice to say, this is not going to be a clean transition from the first part of the video to the second, and I am completely furious, but yeah. Anyway, moving swiftly on. So, I want to test see if you can save now, because I think that first part went really well. Aside from me getting sloppy on the crossbow bolt. See what I mean? This game is so fair in these combat sequences on these particular ones that it really gives me faith in these sections coming up. That was bad. Need to lock on, please. Reload, dude. There we go. Whoa, I did not mean to let go of the bumper just then. Interesting. You see when I say the last time me and this guy fight, he hit me with some questionable hits? You just saw one then. The second one was fine. The first one I think was a bit bullshitty. That one was fine. Interesting. I took a backhand then. What are you doing, Vesemir? You made that so much messier than it needed to be. That was cool. That was really fun.
Not bad. Not bad. Though you could stand to improve some things.
For example?
Upward vertical strike. It's too obvious. But more on that later. Take the Griffin's head to the Black Ones.
How exactly am I supposed to
Meet me at the inn.
to change the way the Witcher strikes when he does it automatically, Vesemir? But a couple of things that we learned just then. The bombs, really good. Give it a stun. If you can then roll behind it or run behind it, you can get a couple of criticals. It generally telegraphs its swing, so after it stuns you with that flinch, if you dodge them with B, you can usually dodge it as long as the detection doesn't cheat you a little bit, and you can continue to punish. Ad will put it down for a stun as well, and it's a pretty simple but still fun responsive fight in a game where I still believe the combat is lacking, but that was a great example of when it comes together and something great can happen. I thought that was really fun. So, oh whoa, I forgot about that. And I think we can agree, folks, that this is a graphical downgrade from what we saw on the PC, but it still looks really nice. And I doubt my PC could run this at the highest settings anyway, let alone capturing it there. So at least we get to experience it, as much as this particular episode today has been tumultuous and annoying. We now have a crossbow, and we're going to definitely practice with that, get good with it. How much ammo do we have for it, or is it unlimited? I think it's, yes, unlimited sign on it. That is pretty cool. I need to change Thunderbolt and Swallow, so we're going to do that just now. We're also going to... I was going to save, but I think it's probably saved for me. I know that's a bad thing to presume. We've been bitten before. But... that needs to be some food. Let's pop some food there, and let's pop that over that. Bombs I'm really happy with. I need 2 bombs that do good damage, because the blind one I'm not too bothered with. But there we go, folks. Our first monster is slain.
Slow now.
Whoa, you can hear the flies. Or bees or something. Are they actually meant to be insects then? I think they are. Okay. Fast travel. I'm so happy to be seeing something new. I can't even begin to tell you how excited I am. Can I not? Oh, what am I doing? Pressing the wrong thing. Okay. Nighttime in the Nilfgaard camp. Let's get ourselves up there. Ooh, interesting.
What the hell is this?
Right.
You take me for a blind man or a fool? This grain is rotten.
I didn't know.
So, a fool. Damn it, you never learn. Military Codex, Article 2, Section 3. For the delivery of defective goods,
15 lashes.
with a knout. Make it so.
The hell's a knout?
Oh, no, by the gods, no!
Doesn't sound so good. You gonna lift your shirt up?
What?
Let's have a see what this is about.
Guess you've dropped your good uncle act.
It was no act. I extended a hand to these people. They spat on it.
Could
You
it
didn't
be 'cause
even
it held the sword that
listen
killed their
to
loved
him?
ones?
Tja, a moralist. And what would you do in my stead?
Wouldn't ever be in your stead.
Rochambeau.
Tell me why you've come.
Wow, that did not achieve anything. I thought we'd learn more about that dispute. We did not.
Fulfilled my end of the bargain. Your turn. Where'd Yennefer go?
To Vizima.
She was a day's ride from here the whole time.
You
Under
knew
my
she'd gone
nose.
to Vizima.
Might have said so.
Yes, I might have. But you would not have killed the Griffin. Tit for tat. Halt! We are not done. It's yours, this gold. I would not want you to say you were inadequately compensated.
Take the coin. Of course we're taking the coin. Why would we not take the coin? Unless it's been in his asshole. We're taking the coin. Oh, whoa. Where is this happening? I can hear it, but I can't see it. This way. This way. Can I, no?
Move it.
I want to see this happen.